Every single day, the world works for one piece of paper. Oil is priced in it. Debt is paid with it. Nations hoard it like oxygen. And yet, most people have no idea how this happened, or why this currency gives one country power over everyone else. The US dollar is not just money, it is control. It decides which countries can trade, which economies survive, and which governments collapse. Wars have been fought without soldiers, simply by cutting off access to dollars. Entire nations have been strangled financially, not because they lost on the battlefield, but because they lost access to this system. But here's the part nobody likes to say out loud. The dollar is not powerful because it is honest. It is powerful because the world was forced to depend on it. This wasn't an accident. It wasn't natural. It was engineered. At one point, the dollar was backed by gold. You could demand something real in exchange for paper. That system didn't last. When the US printed too much money, the promise broke. And instead of losing power, the dollar evolved. Gold was replaced with something far more dangerous: oil. Every country needs it. Every economy depends on it. And suddenly, if you wanted energy, trade, or stability, you needed US dollars first. From that moment on, the dollar stopped being a currency and became a weapon, a tool that lets the US print money, spend freely, and push the consequences onto the rest of the planet. Inflation doesn't stay inside America. It spreads outward, silently draining wealth from other nations. So the real question isn't why the dollar is strong. The real question is how long the rest of the world will accept a system where one country prints and everyone else pays. There was a time when money couldn't lie. Before screens, before endless printing, before financial engineering, money was chained to something real, something heavy, something governments couldn't fake: gold. Gold didn't care about politics. Gold didn't bend to speeches.
The strength of a nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy. And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world. Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States.
Gold didn't multiply because a president needed to fund a war. If you spent more than you had, you ran out. If you lied, you collapsed. That's why the world trusted it.
If it ain't obvious enough already, the point of this video is that the US dollar is a dangerous weapon created by the US government. They print, and the world absorbs the cost, while Americans get to enjoy every benefit, such as myself. Point is, for the rest of y'all, keep your currency in a safe and stable asset. Safest asset I could think of is land. The easiest one to transfer is crypto. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to drop many more. Thank y'all.